Sarah had always seen James as Emily's brother, but tonight something felt different. They were alone in Emily's apartment, and the air between them seemed to crackle with unspoken tension. Sarah tried to ignore the way her heart raced when James was near. She could feel his eyes on her, but every time their gazes met, she quickly looked away. James was Emily's brother, and she couldn't imagine ever crossing that line. But when James walked closer to her, something shifted. Their eyes locked, and for a moment, Sarah forgot everything. She felt a pull she couldn't explain. James seemed to feel it too. Neither of them spoke, but the tension grew thicker. Would they give in to what they both secretly wanted, or would they continue to pretend nothing was happening? After a quiet conversation and a few glasses of wine, the night felt like it would never end. James and Sarah were sitting on the couch, the room dimly lit by a single lamp. The silence between them grew heavy. Sarah tried to focus on something else, but James' presence was overwhelming. As she stood to leave, their hands brushed against each other, sending a jolt of electricity through her body. She froze for a moment, heart racing. James didn't pull away either. He looked at her with uncertainty, but neither of them spoke. They just stood there, trapped in the moment. Could they step back, or was this the start of something neither of them could control? Sarah's thoughts raced. She had always kept her distance, but now the distance between them felt unbearable. Sarah's heart raced as James slowly leaned closer. Her breath caught in her throat as his lips almost brushed hers. In that instant, all the feelings she had kept hidden for so long overwhelmed her. Without thinking, she closed the gap and kissed him. The kiss was gentle at first, soft and tentative, but quickly grew deeper as the world around them disappeared. Sarah could feel the heat of James' body, and the chemistry between them exploded. When they finally pulled away, their eyes met. James' face was a mixture of confusion and longing. "This is wrong," he whispered, his voice barely audible. Sarah's heart broke. She had wanted this for so long, but now that it was happening, it felt like it could ruin everything. Would they give in to this forbidden love, or would guilt tear them apart? The kiss had left them both shaken. James stepped back, running a hand through his hair. He looked at Sarah, his expression full of regret. "I've always felt something for you," he confessed quietly. "But I never acted on it." "I couldn't because you're Emily's best friend." Sarah's heart skipped a beat. She had never imagined that James felt the same way. She looked into his eyes and saw the same vulnerability she felt inside. "I didn't want this to happen," Sarah whispered, her voice trembling. "But I can't stop thinking about you." The silence that followed was deafening. Neither of them knew what would happen next. They were standing on the edge of a dangerous cliff, and there was no turning back now. They both wanted each other, but would their forbidden love destroy everything? The fear of losing Emily haunted Sarah, but her feelings for James were too strong to ignore. As the night wore on, Sarah and James sat together, the weight of the situation pressing down on them. They had shared something they couldn't undo, and now they had to face the consequences. James looked at her, determination in his eyes. "We can't keep this secret forever," he said softly. "We have to tell Emily the truth." Sarah's heart raced. The thought of telling Emily terrified her. Would she understand? Or would she hate them both? Sarah had never imagined this would happen. She had never thought she would fall for Emily's brother. But now that she had, she couldn't pretend it wasn't real. The next morning, they would have to face Emily and tell her everything. Would their love survive, or would it be the end of their friendship? The uncertainty hung between them as they braced themselves for the difficult conversation ahead.